Hi, my name is Pastor John. I'd like to welcome you to Evangel's MidWeek Connection. Before we get to our special guest this week, just have a couple of quick announcements. We hope you're able to join us Sunday for our drive-in service at 1 p.m. If you're unable to make it, we'll also be live streaming the service on our YouTube channel, so be sure to check that out. We had a great time last week and we're looking forward to what God's going to do in lives this Sunday. Also, a quick reminder that we're still collecting lunch supplies for Hope Cottage. We're looking for sandwich meats, as well as granola bars and juice boxes. You can drop those off at the church from Tuesday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Without further ado, we're going to turn it over to our guests. Murphys, how are you making out in this season?
You know, in the beginning, it was kind of odd. It was like we were on, I don't know, like the long weekend that just never ended. And we enjoyed it because in our house, as with many, we seem to be going in so many different directions all the time. Either I'm chasing Josh and Tessa to the ball field, to the soccer field, or, you know, I'm solo parenting if Josh is, you know, on the rake, floating around in the harbor, and I'm wearing all the hats. So this has been a blessing in disguise. We've been able to just slow down and stop. And, you know, I think the first few weeks when you've eaten every single snack known to man, and I'm telling you, we shoved them all in our face, the thought was, hey, we better balance all this chewing out with a little bit of physical activity. So we got busy, and I mean, Tessa runs every day anyway, just to keep up her endurance for her sports. But I thought, hey, you're eating like crazy, like there's a famine in the land, and not so. So I decided, hey, get healthy or do something, balance it out. So Josh and Tessa have been cycling. I've been working out.
Yeah, things definitely changed for sure. I'm still going to work every day. So for me, I'm still going to work 5 days a week. So the only thing I really miss is the weekends. You know, I was out maybe one night a week, maybe playing darts with the boys. But other than that, I'm going to work every day. I do miss playing darts, but I miss a lot of weekend activities, which we keep busy around here. I mean, Sonia and Mini Sonia there, Tessa, I mean, they keep me run off my feet most times, and I'm more the 80-20 parent that goes out to get the supplies. I mean, Sonia has gone out, but for the most part, I'm the one making the trips to Sobeys and Superstore. So big thing for me too is I'm a big sports fan, so I've missed a lot of sports, but it made a lot of time for other things as well that I usually wouldn't do. So there's some good and some bad in the whole situation going on.
I think the blessing for me is that I've been able to be home with Tessa. I've been able to work remotely, and that has been a blessing. There would have been no possible way that I would have gone in every day during the pandemic with a 12-year-old at home. You know, the option to just drop her off at the neighbors certainly wasn't there anymore. So being able to work from home, I have a new coworker, and you know, be with her while she's in her virtual classrooms has been a blessing, and not a lot of challenges because she's quite bright. I think she gets it from me. Yeah, definitely from the Thompsons. Anyway, she has a lot of her dad's attributes, but I'm not too sure she's too keen on me being Madame Murphy, and I've never heard her call me Madame Murphy. But there's a lot of mom. How do you do this math question? Grade 7 math in 2020 in French? Email your teacher. There are times that I can show her, but yeah, wow. I don't miss those days. I am cherishing the one-on-one time with her. And I will count my blessings for the little things in life. If I was being honest, I do worry about my families at work. I do worry about the people who struggle, the moms who still have their children at home but still needed those supports and can't really tap into resources as they were able to. That is a worry, and you know, those when prayers go up, you pray for those who are very much in need, and we are so blessed in so many ways because we have so much. And we have resources, and so, you know, I worry about the children and our families who have, you know, made mistakes and messed up. They don't get to physically see their children anymore, and that has to be hard on any parent. At the end of the day, you know what? But for the grace of God, it could be any of us. So you put life in perspective, and I'm counting my blessings. I really am counting my blessings at the most trying time. You know, I hate to use the word, but it's unprecedented and uncharted territory, and we've never been here before. So baby steps until we know to do something else.
Yeah, I'm sure sometimes too. I mean, a lot more time with Tessie. I mean, we hang out all the time, playing catch and going for bike rides and one-on-one. I'm sure she's getting a little sick of me now because she is missing her friends. But we definitely been hanging out more because of the COVID-19. I mean, I'm her only one that she can really do anything with, me and Sonia. So we're just hanging in there and we're having fun with it as best we can. I mean, you gotta roll with the punches and live day by day and try to be happy.
What has God spoken into your heart and life, maybe through online messages or your own devotional life or the sermons from Evangel?
I feel in my devotion that God has been telling me to be still and to not fear and to trust in Him. You know, there's so much uncertainty right now. People are fearful and paranoid and panicking and panic buying, and there are shut-ins that have no one. There's so many scenarios, and some don't have any hope, and we're not without hope. Our hope and our trust is in God, and you know, that's something that we can hold on to. The Bible tells us that, I think 2 Timothy 1:7, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. And I know that I have said those words many times in the past 5-6 weeks. We don't know what tomorrow brings, but I do know who holds tomorrow. And, you know, we're going to continue to follow the directives given for our safety. And we know that there's no place for fear and the spirit of fear in our lives. And I pray that when it's all said and done and they have this virus under control, that there'll be a time of rejoicing with the saints.
Yeah, for me, I started reading my Bible way before COVID-19. I got a new one for Christmas. So I started doing a little bit every single night, and now I find I got more time, so I'm reading a little bit more. I'm reading on my own. I think I'm at Kings right now, so almost at the end of Kings, which is it's very interesting. I'm at this point so far, and I see Sonia reading hers. Tessie, I actually went in Tessa's room the other night, and she had her Bible open. I was like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "I'm looking for verses." She said, "You know, ones that are meaningful. Do you know any?" So I gave her a couple. She looked them up. She wanted to highlight them in her Bible, which I think is great. It really touched my heart to see her, because I know that by us going to this church and from what she sees from Sonia and I, and plus going to church and youth, she goes to youth every Thursday night, that something is triggering in her heart to pick up a Bible and be more into God. So I think it's just great.
I'd forgotten about that. That's something that just she wouldn't have done on her own. And I just want to be mindful to say thank you to our church family. For speaking into our lives, and Courtney and Pastor John, Pastor Courtney and Pastor John, thank you for speaking into our daughter's life. She is definitely, she's watching you guys, and she can't wait to log into her little Chromebook and get ready for Thursday night youth group. It's, yes, if she didn't want to do it, we would strongly encourage her, because I always say to her, you know, someone's taken the time to prepare. This is for violin and piano, which, you know, really strong persuasion. But Thursdays,
there's no fight there.
There's no hesitation.
No.
At 7 o'clock, 7:15, she's sitting in that Zoom waiting room, wondering where Pastor Courtney is, and talking to her other friends. So we are forever grateful. Our hearts are full when we watch her and we see her blossom as a young Christian lady. I am beyond ecstatic to see how God is blessing her life. And I thank you for speaking into her life, because it is so important.
For sure.
Forever grateful. And we love our church family. I just, you know, and I know everyone is praying for our province. So much devastation, so much loss. So much, too much in such a short time for a quiet little province. But we pray peace over those who have lost family members and loved ones. And, you know, we pray over our church family, and just pray that God will send the Comforter and speak to the hearts of those who are at a loss right now.
Yeah, I pray for people in the homes that are alone, or people that don't have many people, young or old, and are going through this by themselves. You know, it's good to know that even being at church at the drive-in on Sunday, like maybe one soul can hear that are alone, that heard it. Maybe they want to come next week, or it reached them, you know what I mean? And videos like this, putting on YouTube, I think it's a great idea. I know I pay attention to MidWeek myself, and I join in every Sunday online, and I enjoyed the drive-in this week. The message was really great. I know crowds, sometimes it was about crowds, and I know for my walk, since I started coming to church and with God, I always see myself at the back of that crowd, you know what I mean? I really enjoy the crowd that you guys are with Evangel. Like, that's the crowd I want to be with, and I look forward to Sundays. But I always found myself at the back, and now I see myself pushing myself through that crowd, and hopefully want to get to the front of it someday. I mean, I'm still a work in progress on my walk with God. I believe a lot of people are. Yeah, so I'm just reading my Bible and pushing my way through, and I really enjoy my walk with God. I mean, there's two paths, and you can take one path, and I had that path, but I believe I'm on the right path, and I'm going to keep going that way.
Are there any encouraging words you'd like to leave for the people watching this video?
I hope somehow we've been a blessing. I am not one for recording myself. I'm an extrovert, a little bit introvert, but I don't like this. So definitely stepping out and just being willing. Anyway, but you know, when you feel low and need encouragement, remember His word.
Ephesians 1:4, you are loved.
Romans 8:1-2, you are free.
Ephesians 2:10, you are a masterpiece.
1 Corinthians 6:19, you're God's temple and His Spirit lives within you. Remember that and be blessed, Evangel Dartmouth. And we look forward to worshiping with you again on Sunday.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. Can't wait to honkalooya.
Do you have any worship songs that have been resonating in your heart?
I do a lot of driving with work, and I listen to a lot of Christian music. One of my favorite artists right now is Maverick City Music, which a lot of their songs really speak to my heart. So one that I've picked is called Take Me Back. It means a lot. There's a part in it, and what we're going through right now, it says, when the storm is out on the ocean, and the violent wind gets a blowing. I mean, those are those times right now. A lot of stuff has been happening. So, and then it just says, take me back. Like, take me back to when I first met Jesus and everything was good. You know what I mean? Like, before all this happened, and where you were, and your walk with Jesus and how close you are. And just take me back to that time. And put your trust in Him.
I remember when I was young, and your voice shouting loud my name, and since that moment I haven't heard it quite that way. Well, now that I'm older, could you say it again? I remember I was afraid, and oh, the hand I felt lead the way. And for the first time in my life, I felt safe. Well, God, now that I'm older, would you lead me again? Oh, when the storm's out on the ocean and the violent wind gets to blowing, oh, take me back, all the way back. Oh, take me back to my first love. I remember when I was blind, and then your love opened up my eyes, and all the light that flooded my life. Well, now that I'm older, could you show me again? Oh, would you show me again? 'Cause when the storm's out on the ocean and the violent wind gets to blowing, oh, take me back, all the way back. Oh, take me back to my first love. 'Cause you are real to me. I've known it from the start, and there's no space between the heavens and my heart. You are near to me. I've never been too far. Hey. And in the in-between, you brought heaven to my heart. Yeah. 'Cause when the storm out on the ocean and the violent wind gets to blowing, oh, take me back, take me back. Hey, oh, take me back, take me back. Hey, oh, take me. I wanna go, I wanna go. Oh, take me back to my first love, when it was all simple and loving was easy. When it was all simple and trusting was easy. When it was all simple and loving